guys, welcome back to another episode of 5 Drinks to Midnight. In the show, we bring the questions, guests bring the drinks, we try to wrap up before midnight. Today, we're outside of the Hawksmoor. We've been invited to a martini lunch by Robert Simonson, a former guest. Let's go see what he's been up to since we last chatted. Thank you so much for joining me. 5 drinks to midnight, 5 drinks, 5 questions, midnight, whatever comes first. Again, long time. Question one, what are we drinking? But also, what have you been up to since the last time we drank together? So
yeah, it's great to be back. I think it's been 5 years.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, actually,
first time was during the pandemic.
Yes, you were in our.
You were in your home, and I was in my home.
But like a block apart from each other. So
I remember it well. Cheers.
Cheers.
So what are we drinking? We're drinking martinis. We're drinking martinis here at Hawksmoor. We're having their house martini advertised as the coldest in the city.
Excellent.
Made with Ford's Gin, yes?
Ford's Gin and Little City Dry Vermouth.
I like that Little City stuff.
Oh,
it deserves more attention.
That is damn good.
Yeah, they make Little City Vermouth up in Rochester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Have
you never? Yeah, they make a good one, right?
Yeah, that is damn good. I have not had this one yet. So yeah, and then
one of the best in the city.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
We're talking today. You were so kind to have me on your show because I am staging an event called the Martini Expo.
Okay.
And it's being produced by my Substack, The Mix, with Robert Simonson. And it's the first time we've ever staged anything. Everyone has a Substack, but not every Substack stages a martini convention.
Excellent.
But it's an idea we had last spring. My wife and I, Mary Kate Murray, we founded The Mix together, and now we founded the Martini Expo together.
Awesome.
We had it in March, and usually we give these ideas away. Well, this is what happens, Tim.
Yeah.
I print something on my Substack, everyone reads about it, and then they go do it and make money.
Sure.
We decided to do this one ourselves.
Excellent. What made you? Why now? Like, why?
Why now? Because the idea that we had was if there was one cocktail that could support a convention all by itself, it is the martini, and also the martini is experiencing more popularity today than it has in decades.
Right, it's almost a resurgence. Now we're having a martini lunch right now. So
that's right.
It is really coming back.
Yes, it was starting to come back right before the pandemic. I saw signs of it, and so because of that, I wrote a book called Martini Cocktail in 2019. That was a little ahead of its time, I think. But then during COVID, it really came back because everyone was stuck at home and they had to make their own cocktails.
Yeah.
They couldn't go to nice bars like this anymore. And what's one of the easiest to make? The martini. Anyone can make a martini. And so then when everybody was released from their homes, were no longer sheltering in place, and the bars and restaurants started to open again, they went out there and they demanded martinis. Okay. And so every bar and restaurant suddenly realized, well, we better have a martini.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you a gin or vodka martini guy? Or
I'm a gin guy.
Okay.
I have no problem. The vodka martini has been with us since the 1940s. So it's not like it's a power new at any point at this time. But I prefer gin because in gin you get all those botanicals. It just adds more flavor to the drink along with all the things that are in vermouth. You're tasting like 25, 30 things in your martini if you do a gin martini. If you do a vodka martini, you're tasting fewer things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many. We're drinking the Ford's Gin in here, and I'm not sure how many botanicals they have, but I think they have more than 10. And so you have that, and then Little City, vermouths usually have a secret recipe. They don't tell you what's in there.
Okay.
But you can imagine that there are a couple dozen herbs and botanicals. Yeah. That's what makes a martini. Martini is a very simple drink, but that's what makes it complex.
Exactly. A lot of people can fuck it up real quickly, right?
That's right. It is easy to screw up. It is easy to perfect. All you have to do is try a little.
Right. Either way.
Right, and every time you experiment, if you try a different gin, you try a different vermouth, you try different proportions, you're going to get a different drink while still in that martini universe.
Excellent. I love how the glass just keeps getting colder.
Well, that's one of the important things. No matter where you go to get your martini, you better get it cold.
Yeah.
You should insist. If it comes to you room temperature or just sort of cold, you should probably send it back.
Yeah. But no, I have a glassware, it just keeps getting more frothy, and I love, I keep touching it. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's
Yeah,
so cool.
super frosty.
Yeah, that is awesome. I guess, what made you, I mean, I know that you love, and on the episode we had a few martinis that we did before, and then what made you fall in love with the martini? Why do you think it deserves an expo?
My favorite cocktail has changed from time to time. When I first started writing about cocktails 20 years ago, it was the Sazerac.
Okay.
I rediscovered that in New Orleans, and then I would go all around New York trying to find Sazeracs. At that point in the aughts, it was rather difficult.
Yeah.
And then I switched to the old-fashioned, as the old-fashioned started to come back and be made well in 2009, 2010.
Okay.
And then I went through a Negroni phase. But I was talking to Julie Reiner,
Okay.
who owns a couple bars here in town,
Yep.
Clover Club and the Ladies.
Yep.
And she was saying that as you get older, as you mature, and your palate matures, you just naturally veer towards martinis.
Okay.
You want a drier drink. You don't want a sweeter drink. And so that's why you end up, I think most people end up drinking martinis as they get older.
Okay.
So for the past 5 years, it's been my drink.
Okay.
It may change again. It's certainly not going to change until after the Martini Expo is over.
Right.
I'm going to keep drinking martinis. But I think a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel passionately about the martini, which is one of the reasons why I thought people would come to a day and a half long convention.
Right.
In which nothing's happening except pouring martinis, talking about martinis, signing books about martinis, and eating food.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But also, can we talk about the food a little bit at the event? Because again, you have dog actually one of the hot dogs and martinis don't seem to be quite.
Well, if you follow me on Instagram or if you follow the mix, you know that I'm passionate about hot dogs as a great American food.
Yes.
As just like cocktails, something that we pretty much invented. I don't know. I've seen hot dogs on bar menus more and more often these days. So I think the point with the food was just to have something substantial.
Okay.
To create a foundation. So we have burgers from Hamburger America.
Yeah.
We have hot dogs from Crypt Dogs, but there are going to be traditional martini foods like oysters and caviar. And we'll also have something for the vegetarians and for the vegans. There's going to be, I believe, Caesar salad cups.
Okay.
I don't know what those look like, but they sound good.
Yeah,
I like a
yeah.
good Caesar salad. Yeah. And a few other things.
Yeah.
But anytime during the convention on the 13th of September between noon and 8, you will have no trouble finding food and plenty of it.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't have to just be living on a liquid diet at the Martini Expo. In fact, I do not recommend it.
yeah, don't they? You're
Yes,
gonna
and I'd
walk
like to point out that all the samples of the martinis that will be handed out will be little tiny ones.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, so we're being responsible.
Yes, drink responsible.
Being responsible.
Yes. But again, I was not, yucking your yum on the hot dogs because I think that, why not a hot dog? But I just think it was hilarious. And again, I know how much you love a hot dog. But
I've developed a nice relationship with Jeff Bell, who owns Crypt Dogs and PDT. And he did me the honor about a year and a half ago. You know that at PDT they have this tradition of having specialty hot dogs that are created by chefs, like David Chang did one, and Wiley Dufresne did one, and John Darragon did one. So he said, do you want to create a hot dog? And how could I say no? So I created a hot dog, and it's called the Simonson dog. It's been on the menu at PDT for a year and a half, and they're going to serve that at the Martini Expo.
Very nice.
Yes.
Excellent. Love it.
Yeah, so I think they'd be disappointed if there weren't hot dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely, I just when I saw them as a list, but also I guess you talked about Julie's going to be part of the lineup,
Yes.
and like again you named some of the food sponsors. How'd you go about curating like not only the alcohol sponsors but also the speakers
Yes.
and the food sponsors?
Exactly. Yes. Well, when we came up with the idea, we wanted to keep it small scale, and we basically wanted to invite. I've been covering this scene for 20 years, and I wanted to invite all the colleagues and friends, that I've developed over the years. I wanted it to be like, I don't know, we were all going to have like summer camp together and get back together, and it just like so. I think at other conventions, say that you want to do a seminar at a convention, there's often a lot of hoops to jump through. It's very difficult to get your seminar picked. Basically, my approach was I called the people that I knew could do a really great seminar on a martini and just said, do you want to do one?
Excellent.
And if they said yes, they were on board. And so Martin Duderoff and David Wondrich are going to talk about the early days of the martini.
Okay.
I've invited a lot of bar directors from famous bars around New York to talk about their signature martinis.
Yep.
Every bar has a signature martini now. They don't just make martinis,
Right.
they have their special
Yep.
martini that you can only get there. There's going to be a seminar on Vermouth. There's going to be a seminar on how to order a martini.
Oh.
I think people are still a little intimidated
Yeah.
about ordering a martini. They know there's a little work involved, and they have to have their preferences ready
Yeah.
because there's going to be a conversation with the bartender.
Yeah.
And so we're going to demystify that.
Okay.
There's going to be a seminar on the history of the three martini lunch.
Okay.
That one will be presented by Ford's Gin. And let me think here. Dave Arnold's going to do one on technique.
Okay.
Shaking versus stirring versus throwing versus all that stuff.
Very nice. Very nice.
And Philip Duff is going to do one on Genever.
Oh.
Genever is the antecedent of gin. It's kind of a sort of a malty beverage from Holland, and a lot of people think that was the gin that came over to England and became London Dry Gin eventually.
Okay.
So we'll have that too. So that's how I curated the seminars. As far as the brands, we're very proud of the sponsors that we have because there's not a single gin, vodka. It's all vodka, gin, and vermouth.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no whiskey, there's no tequila, there's no reason to have them there.
Right.
But there's not a single brand that I don't swear by, that I don't think is a great martini ingredient. I think we have the best.
Awesome.
We've got Farmer's Gin, we've got Sipsmith, we've got Roku, and Vermouth, we have Carpano, we have Dolan, we have Heyman's Gin. We even have an olive sponsor,
Okay.
which is funny. I think it would be hilarious to have 5 olive sponsors, but I'm more than tickled to have one olive sponsor. And there's actually a sake sponsor. If
Okay.
you've noticed, a lot of the new martinis have a little bit of sake in them.
Yep.
Some of them have Blanc Vermouth, some of them have Shoshu. They have these little touches. It still tastes like a martini, but slightly different.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Again, I know do you have a favorite martini right now that you enjoy, that you are enjoying?
You mean that is
the
served
style?
by-
Or, I mean, I don't want to call out anybody, but or maybe you do, but is there a certain bar that you, is your go-to for martinis right now? Or is there...
Right now, there's not one particular
Okay.
bar. I think in New York we're spoiled.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good places to go to for a martini. I mean, the one I'm holding right now is an excellent martini. here at
Agreed.
Hawksmoor.
Yeah. Your
I make a lot of martinis at home.
Yep.
I keep it really simple. It's usually 3 parts gin, 1 part vermouth, a dash of orange bitters, and a lemon twist. And I guess the gin I use mostly is Heyman's.
Okay.
Because it is a typical London dry gin, but it is also very affordable. You can get a bottle for $22, $23.
Nice.
And that's about $5 or $7 cheaper than most gins.
Yeah. And again, your press kickoff for the festival or the expo.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and the Gibsons here were fucking stellar. Those,
Yeah.
I had way too many of those. So those were.
I heard they were good. I didn't get to have one, but they're going to be serving those same
Yep.
drinks During the seminar period, there will be a 3 martini lunch that will be served.
Nice.
Food and little mini 3 martinis, so I'll get to try them then. Yeah.
Well, you're in for a treat because the Gibson was
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like
Yeah.
it was.
That was your favorite?
Yeah, it was out of here. Yeah, that was out of the because I think there was 3 of them that they were served. For.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah, or 3. Yeah, so like those. Yeah, the Gibson was absolutely.
Yeah,
And it's just because
everyone had a different favorite,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seemed. Yeah, but I like Gibsons. I like Gibsons before I like Martinis.
Yeah, okay.
actually. I don't know how that happened, but that little onion makes a difference.
It does, and actually that's why I love a good snack, and especially when it comes in the form of a martini. I also love that you kind of solved my martini problem because I wasn't a martini guy.
You weren't?
For a very long time.
What?
And then,
Not until last week?
yeah, pretty much. No, but like you said, you get older, and maybe like during COVID was when I really got into
You started to get into that?
martinis, or right after COVID. But yeah,
Yeah.
It's been like a few years of now I really enjoy a good martini. So
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
I had friends in town the other day, and I started with a martini, and they were like, "Why are you drinking a clear spirit? Who are you?" Like they were like, "You're not the real."
Because you usually drink whiskey?
Yeah, we usually drink whiskey, and they were
Yeah.
shocked that I started with a martini. So
Yeah.
they were a little shocked. But again, I think it's a really great way to start the day. So
It is. It's a great. I mean, the martini was invented as an aperitif. It was meant to whet your appetite and to be drunk before a meal. And I think it still serves that purpose.
I agree.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right, and especially in a place like this
Especially
where you
Hawksmoor,
might
yeah.
be getting a great steak.
Yeah.
I mean, martinis and steaks go very well together.
Yeah, the oysters here too.
Yeah, there's certain foods, martinis and oysters, martini and caviar I mentioned. It's a very versatile drink.
I agree. Like you said, you guys had started the mix in 2022.
2022 was COVID was in 2020, but during COVID, every freelance reporter realized that, the bottom kind of dropped out from under you, and it was very difficult to get work because all of the editors and publishers didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to assign. I mean, if you're a lifestyle writer, I write about drinks and food.
Right.
I mean, what do you do? Because no one's living that lifestyle right now. And so I realized that perhaps I saw the writing on the wall that in the future it would be harder and harder to rely on mainstream media for your livelihood, and so it started the Substack. And at that time, there were very few cocktail-oriented Substacks. I write about other things on the Substack, but people expect cocktail coverage from me. There was a guy named Peter Suderman who had a Substack called Cocktails with Suderman, but other than that, there was nothing.
Okay.
And so we did it, and we slowly built it. And at the beginning, I don't think people understood what we were doing or wondered why we were doing it. And they were skeptical of Substack. But now, if you've noticed, everyone has a Substack.
Yeah. Yep.
So we were a little ahead of the curve there. So we've been at it 3.5 years, which in Substack years is like 25
Yeah,
years.
I was gonna say like dog years. It's like every 7
That's
years.
right. Yeah.
How do you think your storytelling has changed because of that?
I think it's become more personal.
Okay.
I think the articles I write for the Substack are more in my voice.
Okay.
If you write for a newspaper or a magazine, they all newspapers and magazines and websites think of themselves as having a voice.
Gotcha.
It is like a publication, but somehow it's kind of a person and it has a voice. So your prose will get edited to imitate that voice.
Okay.
So sometimes stuff you write will not sound like you.
Right.
It'll sound like whatever magazine or whatever newspaper. So this way it sounds exactly like me. I mean, it can still be reportage, it can still be a news story, but it's in the voice I want to do with the words I choose. And so it's liberating. I mean, I think the stuff I've done for the Substack, for the mix in the last 3.5 years is among my favorite stuff that I've ever done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it because now you also have a partner in crime with working with your wife on doing that?
That's right. My wife, Mary Kate, she's the managing editor.
Okay.
I mean, it's a two-person group. But after a while, she wanted to try writing herself, and that has been welcomed because it provides another voice. Everyone comments like, we like to hear Mary Kate's voice. She speaks a different way, she writes a different way. And her stuff is very personal, very memoir-like. That's been great. That's been great. I mean, we've been married for 5 years, and together 10 years, so she obviously has absorbed a lot of alcohol knowledge over the years. I mean, she knows as much about cocktails and spirits as anybody in this business, and it comes through in the writing.
Excellent.
And she actually has a better palate than I do. When we're like tasting whiskey or something, and we're making, I'm no good at tasting notes, I can't do that, but she always comes up with great tasting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're not everyone is blessed equally.
Yeah.
I think you're born with the tongue you're born with.
Yeah, exactly. Is there an event that you're personally looking forward to taking out?
Oh, you mean aside from the expo?
Yeah, well,
I'm looking forward to the day after the expo. That's going to be a great day. That's going to be a great day. I have infinite respect now for the people who put together Tales of the Cocktail, the Brooklyn Bar Convent, all these things that we've been to.
Right.
I think as a member of the press, you sort of take these things for granted, and you walk in and you say like, well, what do you got for me? And you don't realize the hours, weeks, days, and months of work that goes into it. So much coordinating, so many emails, so many Zoom calls. I have nothing but respect for these people.
Yeah.
And from now on, whenever I go to a convention, I'm going to God bless you. You worked so hard.
You did it.
You worked so hard, and I appreciate it.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So no plans to extend it outside of New York?
Well, the idea is, first we have to see how it goes.
Right.
All signs point to it going well. We've gotten incredible sponsors, and the ticket sales are good. So it may be an annual thing.
Nice.
And also, the way I kind of picture it is it would be in a different city every year.
Okay.
Because there are New York is a great martini city.
Right.
But there are other great martini cities. I think I saw somebody grousing online that it should have been in San Francisco today.
Okay.
Because, they pretend that martini was invented there. It wasn't invented there. But they like to pretend. Chicago is a great martini city.
Yeah.
London is a great martini city. We're lucky that we're going to have an ambassador from London. The celebrated bartender Salvatore Calabrese will be one of our martini masters.
Very nice.
And so he's the guy who invented the Duke's martini.
Okay.
You ever been to Duke's?
I have not.
Yeah, you know about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the list. So yeah.
Yeah. So different places. Had a little traveling show.
Excellent.
But if we do it again, it'll still be us. It'll still be the mix. A woman named Claire Burton Lang is helping us. She has a production group called the Hero Events Group. Okay. And she has produced a lot of events like this, including the Spirited Awards, Tales of the Cocktail. So she would be part of any future endeavors, and I would encourage anyone listening to this to hire her.
Okay.
If you want to do a booze event, you should hire her.
She's the one to go.
She is the one to go.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
Is there any seminar at the expo that you personally are looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to all of them. I am moderating 2 of them, which kind of prevents me from attending some of the other ones, which makes me kind of sad. I wish I could divide myself into like 5 parts and attend all the seminars. But the 2 I'm doing is one is on signature martinis. Okay. And why places have a signature martini and what goes into inventing that. So we're going to have representatives from the Chelsea Hotel and the Vaux d'Or and Gage and Tollner. Who am I forgetting? Maison Premier. And then I'm going to do one on martinis at Japanese American bars like Katana Kitten and Martinis and Bargoto, because Japan has a long tradition with classic cocktails and the martini. They take them very seriously. They do them very well. But if you go to a Japanese American cocktail bar in New York City, Their martini is always going to be slightly different from what you're used to.
Right.
There's going to be a different touch to it,
Yep.
usually using Japanese ingredients of some kind.
I was gonna say, that's probably where my switch over for martinis, really kind of at Katana Kitten.
Oh, Katana Kitten, they have
Switch-
a wonderful one.
yeah.
So the one that they serve in
In
the
the
bento
box,
box.
yes.
You know, with the cone.
Yep.
And the crushed ice.
Yep, that's the
Yeah,
one.
that's a beauty.
It is literally like, that is probably one of my favorite drinks in the
Yeah.
city.
About a few years ago, with Martin Duderoff, I created a martini app.
Okay,
We decided, that the martini deserved its own app. So it's every significant recipe for the martini from the 1880s till today.
okay.
And the Katana Kitten martini recipe is in
Oh,
there.
excellent. Let's go
Yeah, we
down on
know.
that.
We keep updating it, and it goes until the present day.
All right.
Because people keep inventing new great martinis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. That's,
So those are the two that I'm going to be curating. They'll be on the main stage.
Okay.
The seminars are from noon to 3.
okay.
As far as people attending, you can sort of choose your own adventure. You can just do only seminars. You can do only the Martini Masters, which is like 5 to 8. Or you can do the whole thing as a bundle ticket where
Nice.
you save like $75.
Excellent.
Yeah. Or you can go to the kickoff dinner the night before at Confidant,
Okay.
which is a sit-down fine dining destination at Industry City, a great food restaurant.
And that menu looks absolutely amazing.
It is.
Boy,
It's
like that's-
I've eaten there for dinner, I've eaten there for lunch, for brunch. They never fail, and they have a great house martini. And so with that dinner, you get 4 courses and 3 martini pairings.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's,
And there might be some bar world celebrities sitting around. You never know.
never.
You might get to meet one of your idols.
There we go.
Yeah, just in time.
Just have another, right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Are you a dirty martini man?
I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to turn down a dirty martini, but like,
Right.
I don't know if I would go for a dirty martini right off.
Right.
Like, I don't think I would seek out, like, ordering a dirty martini. So, like, if someone got me a round of dirty martini, maybe. But, like, I'd be happy to drink it. But I don't know if I'd go that route yet. So,
Right,
I'm
right.
more, like, that is more my style. Like, this is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, when there's a lot of brine in there, I question. It makes me think that the people ordering it don't really like the taste of alcohol,
Yes.
and so they'd rather just,
Hide the.
yeah, they like drinking a pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers again.
Cheers. Yeah. How do you feel about the bumps? Like the bumps were a big, like the caviar.
The
bump.
caviar bumps, that's one of the things that happened in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
For those uninitiated, a bump is like, very often in many bars across New York, if you order a martini, you want a caviar bump.
Right.
And they serve it to you. Sometimes they put it on your hand,
Yeah. Because it's supposed to go back to the 80s, right? Like that's.
I guess.
yeah,
I wasn't
the
here in
whole-
the 80s,
yeah.
that probably is true.
Yeah.
You have that at the Temple Bar.
Yep.
And some other places. It's fine. Who doesn't like caviar?
Exactly.
Who doesn't like caviar? And who says no to caviar?
Find someone that they're
Yeah,
not drinking past.
yeah. It's part of New York has become a very wealthy city.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of rich people live here, and so they're not going to think twice about caviar. Why not bring some over? But I think I'd rather. I don't know. I'd rather have oysters, I think.
Yeah. Same. Well.
Yeah.
Again, I was just like a nice tin of caviar, and that would be great. So yeah,
Mhm.
but oysters too. That is, well,
Yeah, no, oysters are wonderful. If you know the right bars to go to, Maison Premier, Grand Army, you get, and sometimes, some of them used to. I don't know if they still do that happy hour kind of oyster deal.
Yeah.
And get yourself a dozen.
yeah. Grand Army.
There's Grand Army does a great job.
Yeah.
They do a great job. That's just a few blocks from where I live.
Yeah, same.
And I think Maison Premier has the best oysters in town.
Okay.
I mean, even better than the Grand Central Oyster Bar, which I guess is heresy to say.
Yeah, I know. Like,
But,
people are going to cook for you now.
Yeah, well, they don't know I exist. Yeah, whoever owns that place. Yeah, oysters, I mean, that's one of the, I didn't really eat oysters before I started writing about cocktails.
Okay.
It was the cocktail demi-monde that introduced me to oysters.
Okay.
And I realized how wonderful they are.
Yeah, same.
And I never pass them over.
Yeah.
If they're being served, you know, I'm gonna have some of those oysters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now we're gonna have, so I mentioned we'll have oysters at the expo. And we actually will have an oyster shucker,
Oh, okay.
which is a job I admire. I've tried to shuck oysters. Have you tried?
I have.
It is difficult.
I have stabbed myself many
That's
times.
why I don't do it.
Yep.
That's why I can never be an oyster
Yeah.
shucker, because I'm always afraid I'm gonna cut my hand to ribbons.
That's, I am more worried, like again, ice cutting not a problem, but shucking
Yeah.
an oyster, I'm more worried that I'm gonna stick that knife right through my hand. So like there's been many times I have poked myself right in my palm and like,
Sorry.
oh,
That sounds excruciating.
it's my stupid fault, not yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
We have one of our sponsors is Chartreuse, which doesn't make sense on the surface of it. The reason they're there is they have this elixir. You've probably seen it. It comes in a little wooden container.
Yep.
And you serve it in dashes. It's not like Chartreuse where you use it as a cocktail ingredient or you drink it by itself. And the idea is it's supposed to be healthful. You do a little dashes in some soda water and it's good for you. I don't know. That's the spiel anyway.
No, that's what Tim told me as well. So
Tim Masters.
Yep.
But the idea is you're going to just dash that into oysters. And
I've had that.
it goes very well
It
with
does.
oysters, and that's how they get kind of roped into the whole martini world.
Okay.
I mean, this was their idea.
Okay.
And we said a wholehearted yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're bringing
Yeah.
oysters. Yep,
Yep.
do it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Right. It's been a lot of little miracles, putting this thing together. People, you come to the event, Mary Kate and Kate, we had our own ideas. We had plenty of ideas. But then with every sponsor and every seminar presenter, they had new ideas. And we went like, yes, that's a great idea.
That's
too. Yeah.
How long has this been in the works?
Since March.
Okay.
Yeah, I wondered if that was enough time to put this together, but Claire Burton Lang said, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. And we chose this date early in September 13th, because we figured everyone's coming back from Labor Day, and they're looking around and says, okay, I'm back in the city, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And they see this is one of the first events. We didn't want to be in October because it gets so crowded.
Yeah.
It's at New York, there are just so many things to do.
Yeah, well, again, it's the perfect time because, again, everybody's talking about spooky season or pumpkin spice latte season.
Yeah.
But really, it's starting to become drinking season again here in New York City. So,
That's right.
To kick off the idea of drinking.
And as you get into the colder and colder weather, I think martinis are year-round, but people do start drinking brown spirits. I think, September, it's like, I don't think people necessarily drink that many martinis in the summer, unless they drink them on the rocks, which is a style that people do in the Midwest. But September seems about right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's, again, especially in New York right now, it's perfect. Like the weather right now is perfect. Like it's still nice out.
Yeah.
Still a little warm, but also a little crisp fall kind of like
Yes.
the fall. But again, a nice martini during the day is just it
Right.
just hits special and it hits right. And we're September 13th.
September 13th, 2 days after my birthday.
Yes.
I don't know why I did that to myself. I seem to do it quite often. I love celebrating my birthday, but I always say yes to events that occur on my birthday. So I've spent my birthday in weird places. I've been in Buenos Aires, I've been in Rochester, I've been over in Europe. It just happens that way.
Yep.
And so the celebrating of the birthday will have to wait until after the expo is over.
Well, that was going to be my flip of the coin question was, did you invent the expo to just have a celebration of your birthday? With
Do we have to flip the coin?
Yeah.
Get the coin.
Let's go get the coin.
Yeah, I have that coin. Back from 2000.
Well, we got new ones, but yes.
No, it wasn't a con job where I was going to get everyone to celebrate my birthday. It was actually the sacrificing of my birthday. What do I do?
One side says fuck yeah, one side says fuck no. Like, we'll
I'm
just
just
give it a
gonna
good
spin it,
spin
alright?
and see what the...
Yeah or no what?
If you just invented the expo, it says fuck yeah. If you invented the expo just to have a giant birthday party.
Okay, let's just say that then.
Perfect. I
Yeah.
mean, again,
I'm going to
this-
make everyone sing happy birthday.
as they should.
Yeah, it should be pretty rousing
Yeah,
if I do
again,
it at the end of
yeah.
the evening.
Begin with all your friends and all the, like, again,
Yeah.
all
And
the people that you know.
we've
And
got great people. The Martini Masters, these are people who will bartend for a 45-minute period. But in the space we are, there's a long marble bar, and you can put 3 people behind it at any
Nice.
given time. So we'll have Dale DeGroff and Julie Reiner and Phil Ward, Masa from Katana Kitten, Sarah Morrissey from Lavoda Or, Katie Renshaw from Hawksmoor in Chicago,
Very nice.
Salvatore Calabrese from London, William Elliott from Maison Premier. I'm forgetting a few. Anybody who's like really well known for a martini.
which is just awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, all these people coming, like, it's gonna be amazing. Like, just
Yeah.
like you said, with the dinner, you might run into some, bar, like, celebrities, and like, just being at the event, you'll definitely run into
Yes.
some really
Yeah.
big names, like it's.
Yeah, I know for cocktail enthusiasts, there'll be somebody there.
Yeah.
And if you really want to get their autograph, there's going to be a book signing event. That happens, I believe, from 3 to 5. And so there's a bookseller, Lizzie Young, and she's going to have a lot of these authors signing their books
Very nice.
for like half-hour periods. So if you want your Dale DeGroff book signed by him, you can. If you want your Julie Reiner signed by her, you can. And I'll be one of the authors.
Well, I was gonna say, can we bring our own books, or do we have to buy books there?
I have checked that with Lizzie Young, and she said that is okay.
Okay, awesome.
If you already have the book and you want to get it signed, you can go ahead and do that.
Awesome.
But Lizzie will also have antique books, vintage books.
Oh.
So like, out of print stuff, pre-prohibition, post-prohibition.
Oh, wow.
So if you've got a little money in your pocket and you want to add it to your library,
Some birthday money you'll be spending.
yeah, maybe somebody will give you some birthday money.
There.
Maybe somebody will buy me a book. I don't know. No.
Very nice.
No. They can do whatever they want. I'm just happy for anyone who comes.
Yes.
Because the whole idea is to have fun and learn something. I think cocktail conventions, you should walk away learning something.
Agreed.
Yeah, so something about the history of cocktails, in this case, the martini cocktail. And perhaps sip some new spirits that you've never tasted before, and maybe you find a new favorite or something like that. Or meet somebody you've always wanted to meet. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we'll get them all together in one space for one day only.
There we go.
Yeah, one day only.
Okay. September 13th
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
at Industry
At
City.
Industry City, at a place called The Landing.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been to Industry City. It's
Yep.
a bit of a maze,
Yep.
but you will find it.
Yes.
Yeah, there will be signage. That if you want to buy tickets,
Yep.
you go online, you type in Martini Expo, the website will come up immediately, and there will be a button there that will lead you to the ticket site, Ticket Stripe, where you can purchase the tickets.
Awesome.
And whoever comes, I'm happy to see them, and you will see me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be an intimate event, and I plan to say hi and shake hands and go cheers with every single person that attends.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Well,
Cheers.
Cheers, and we'll see you next 2 Saturdays from now, or?
Yeah, a week from Saturday.
Yeah, we'll see you on the 13th. And
See you on the 13th.
And have-
We are in September already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, cheers.